Kahalayim Layahu Bashem Yahushua Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brothers out there teaching the truth and sincerity. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So what you see on the screen is Matthew 1 and 1. Let me read this real quick. The book of the generation of Yahushua HaMashiach, son of David, the son of Abraham. And there's a black cat right in my path. It didn't cross it, but it went back. So, it knows. It knows there's a prophet driving this whip. So the son of Abraham is Isaac. And the son of David is Solomon, which is going into reincarnation. So if it's going into reincarnation, then it's biblical, right? It's biblical. It's canon, like some would say. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has it to where you keep coming back to pay your debts. And I was reading John 13. The Spirit told me to just read it. Just walking around the house, getting stuff ready. I'm trying to clean out my garage so I could turn it into a little gym. I got some weights and the machine. I'm gonna put the treadmill in there, and then all of a sudden I heard in my head, just read John 13. So I did, and it was the washing of the feet of the disciples. So what that meant was, shifty. You see how the Spirit works? So Matthew 1 and 1 talks about regeneration, and John 13 Yahushua washed the apostles' feet. And then it took me, because I was reading my priest Bible. It has a ton of precepts, history and all that good stuff, with dates and all that good stuff. And it took me to, 2 Samuel 20 and 1. And it said, what's his fucking name? That Benjamite, that rebellious Benjamite. He was like, we won't accept the house of David, or the root of, or the branch of Jesse, something like that. So and immediately in my head it was like, so it's about forgiveness, because Israel didn't want to accept the King David, not all of Israel. And then this kingdom is going to be the kingdom of Yahushua, but the king is going to be King David, man. That's going to be Mo. And I never met Mo, but I know what the apostles have been saying. Because if they got the truth, then they're telling me the right thing, right? So, and that makes me happy to know that. To know that Abba Bivens was Elijah, and Mo was Moses, King David. That's why I call him King Mo. So I'm so glad that they came. They did their job like warriors, worthy of recognition and admiration. So Yahushua was washing Peter's feet, and Peter was like, "You will not wash my feet." And then Yahushua said, "I have to wash your feet. You won't understand now, but you get it later." See? Man, come on, man. So we didn't get it back then when Yahushua was in Jerusalem, walking around during the Passover, after the Passover, celebrating. And and another thing is, Yahushua went to Egypt. Well, Joseph took Mary to Egypt so that they could have Yahushua in Egypt, and then they brought him up. Where to? To Jerusalem. So, man, how you gonna not get it that the Gentiles are the Israelites scattered around different communities on the planet? So going back to the regeneration, these men like Al Bivens and Mo came back from before, and they might not have understood what they were doing, but then they came back to the understanding, and now they definitely know. But for us, we understand what Yahushua was doing. Like, he was washing the sins off of Israel so that we could accept the Spirit, the Spirit that Yahushua poured out when he was sacrificed on the cross, when he was murdered by the Romans and given up to them by the filthy Jews, 2/3, the house of Saul, those rebellious Israelites. So the whole cleansing of the feet and forgiveness of Israel goes like this: 2/3 are not going to make it. Okay, they're going to have to get killed. So that's how they get cleansed. But for the chosen, because he chose those 12, and he also said, I chose all of you, and one of you is the devil. So he chose all of them, and I just got a green light when I said that. So he chose all of them to be the elect, so that they could be forgiven first and foremost, because repentance was made available to us, and then through the hopeful elect, which is I hope is us, we'll bring back the 2/3, and then they'll receive forgiveness in the kingdom. But I would have never known that if I never started listening and following the rules that the apostles laid down. You know, that's the Spirit blessing you, blessing me, blessing everybody. So through remembrance. And then if you go in, man, the whole Bible's talking about reincarnation, man. Because if you go into Malachi, and I'll do it later today, Malachi 4, 5, and 6, when it tells you that Elijah will come back before the great day of the Lord to bring the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the children to the fathers, or the hearts of the children to the fathers, and you know how it goes. So that's amazing. If you're just reading it with the Christian point of view, your Christian mentality, you know, you just got to understand that you're not focusing. And when you focus is your eyes, you're using your eyes. So a lot of you need to put that eye salve on, because if you don't have the eye salve, you can't see. If you can't see, you can't focus. You need spiritual corrective lenses if you can't see that reincarnation is biblical. Having a little mind. I was thinking about what the teachers were teaching